we'd like to welcome our community and all our veterans that are here to join us this morning. And I will be turning it over to our MCs who are our all-staters this year, Natasha Mead, Luke Orbach, Erica Schlungen, and Tyler Eblum. Please welcome them as they begin our program.
The unity that is America springs from one cause, freedom. Generation after generation, Americans have stepped forward to defend our freedom and preserve the founding principles of this great nation. From Valley Forge to Vietnam, from Kuwait to Kandahar, from Berlin to Baghdad, these patriots have stood watch over America's peace, and when necessary, they have borne the cost of our nation's wars. Today, there are more than 24 million living veterans. They are among our nation's finest citizens. We are here today to honor their solemn pledge to defend our freedom. We thank them for their example of service and sacrifice, and we pledge to uphold their legacy by teaching younger generations about their role in securing the blessings of liberty. Please stand for the colors and remain standing for the national anthem by our high school band. Heroes Die For Me, written by Jamie Burns, read by Erica Schlungen.
I am the flag. I look down upon this land called America. I have been here since this great nation was formed. I have seen each battle fought. I have seen the heroes die for me, for my country. Thank you all those of you who have kept me flying in the breeze, keeping this country united as one. Thank you those of you who have sacrificed your lives, giving up all that I may still fly. Watching over the citizens of this nation, thank you all those of you who have ever fought. I am ever grateful to you. You have risked everything. You faced death each day, faced fear, faced many terrible things, and because of you, my thank yous ring out. Filling the sky, echoing from the hills, they find their way to the graveyards. And to all of you still living, you are a special kind of person. To everyone who has ever served this country, and to those serving today, thank you. As I watch life from atop my flagpole, as I think of all you've done, My feelings become too powerful for words, and all I can say is thank you.
The high school band will now be performing America the Beautiful. Veterans and Gold Star family members joining us today, stand if you are able, so we can take this opportunity to say thank you for protecting us and our freedoms.
Hi, I'm Luke Warbeck, and first off, I would like to show you Shannon Phelps and Caitlin Spaniers. They created 2 DVD presentations to share with us, the first titled Honor and the second titled Freedom. Please turn your attention to the screen. While we showcase a few tiles created by our students, we would like to share a flag from Brockton Vabra's family, which was given to his dad in his tour in Iraq. We will be displaying this flag outside of our library to remember the sacrifices given and gifts given to us by our armed service men and women. In addition, I would like to share a poem with all of you called The Bravest Man I Know by Amanda Whitney. The bravest man I know is a man I've never met. He's a man who risks his life to save a friend. Not only to save a friend, but to save a nation. Risking his life for those he does not know. Stepping up, leaving loved ones behind, so that somewhere, someone else won't have to. He's a man who follows orders, even though he knows he might die. The bravest man I know is the man who would rather die so one more person could go home to see his family again. The man who stares death in the face but never blinks. The bravest man I know is the man who risks his life so one day the world may be a better place for his children. Or any man who goes against his biggest fear, death, just to save someone he loves. The bravest man I know is the man who fights so another man can have the taste of sweet freedom, not fighting only for his own benefit, but for many others all over the world, fighting to make this world a better place. That's the bravest man I know.
We would like to welcome Staff Sergeant Don Ahmed, who is here to share a few words with us. Staff Sergeant Ahmed started his career in the military as a junior in high school in 1991. He has been deployed 2 times, in Kosovo in 2003 through 2004, and in Iraq from 2007 to 2008. He has also held a position where he trained National Guard's men and is currently serving our area as a National Guard recruiter. Please welcome Staff Sergeant Don Ahmed.
Thank you. Staff Sergeant Don Ahmed with Minnesota Army National Guard, currently on active duty, serving out of the Wilmer National Guard Armory. Thank you for having me here today. This is quite the program you guys are putting on. I don't know of too many other local high schools or communities that put on such a program. You know, DVDs, the work that the kids put into it, the ceiling panels, just the band, all the effort that went into it. Greatly appreciate it. It means a lot to veterans. Before I get started, I kind of got my thunder stolen here a little bit, but if you're a veteran, please stand up. Give them a round of applause, please. Now, if you're sitting in the audience here today and you have a family member or friend, or you know of anybody that has served overseas, at this time, why don't you please stand up. Basically, just want to bring it to your attention that everybody here knows somebody that is in the military, serving overseas, giving a big sacrifice, defending our freedom, and it's with the support and love and friendship that all you guys have with those people that help us as service members be successful, because it takes family and friends in order to be a successful service member. Thank you for what you do. Just a little history here about Veterans Day. World War I was known at the time as the Great War and officially ended with the Treaty of Versailles that was signed on June 28, 1919. Although fighting had been ceased already for roughly 7 months, an armistice or temporary ceasefire was declared on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. For that reason, November 11th is regarded as the end of the war to end all wars. But as the future would hold, after World War II in 1954, after the greatest mobilization of service members in support of World War II, under the urging of the Veterans Service Organization, Armistice Day was changed to Veterans Day, so that way we could show respect to everyone of all previous wars, and would also allow us in the future to cover every other war, and that's why it is called Veterans Day today. Veterans Day traditionally honors all who have served in the U.S. military for their dedication, loyal service to our country, so that we may show appreciation to their sacrifices that they have made in their lives to keep our country free. And like I said, without the support of family and friends, it would be difficult, but with everyone that supports us, it makes it a little easier. Why do people join the service? A lot of it comes down to just want to serve their country, coming out of high school, maybe need a direction in life, tradition, honor, looking for a career, and just looking to make a difference in society. Less than 10% of Americans can claim the honorable title of a U.S. military veteran. But this special group, a lot of them, once they're done serving their country, if you look around, we have some teachers here that are veterans, a lot of your service organizations, whether it be police department, fire department, emergency response, a lot of those people possibly have ties to being a service member, a veteran possibly. Reason being is that we as service members like to provide a service to the community, and when our ties with the military are done, we still like to make a big contribution to the local communities and support the areas where we live. And it's also, keep in mind here too, that a lot of veterans come back with medals on their chest, proud, being recognized, and after some time, they kind of drift off into the backlight and possibly get forgotten about, whether it be just people, because there isn't a lot of veterans, and I'm sure when I asked veterans to stand up here today, no different than when I was at church yesterday, there's not a lot of veterans that really want to stand up, take the limelight, but they do deserve the time for us to recognize them. But a lot of times, like I said, a lot of them in the community are just somebody out there possibly struggling in life, and they're a veteran. So if you know a veteran like that, definitely stop by, talk with them, say thank you. It doesn't even have to be Veterans Day. There's a lot of veterans out there right now in nursing homes. If you get a chance, stop by, see if anyone is a veteran, stop by, say hi, say thanks. It would be greatly appreciated to them. And like I said, family support is very important to the service member. Often overlooked because a service member goes overseas, but it's the families that are back here struggling that often get overlooked. The family pays a price for military service, and it's a great price, and it takes a lot of dedication and determination to get through it. A little history about myself. Like it was said, I joined Minnesota Army National Guard back in 1991, April 17th, as a high school junior. Went to basic training between my junior and senior year. Graduated New London Spicer High School. Went my advanced training, came back. Was just the typical traditional Guard soldier, 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year. Then in 2003, was activated for a peacekeeping deployment to the province of Kosovo from 2003 to 2004. While I was overseas, I got an active duty position in Litchfield, Minnesota as a unit supply NCO. Did that for a few years, deployed to just outside Baghdad from 2007 to 2008. And then when I came back, needed a little different change of pace, so then I actually ran the National Guard Recruit Sustainment Program out of Wilmer, Minnesota for 3 years. And during that program, basically you enlist into the National Guard, and I took care of high school kids for up to 2 years to make sure they were successful in the military. Thing about deployments these days is, yes, there are combat operations going on in order to help these other countries out, saving lives, trying to get their freedom set aside for them. But a lot gets overlooked as far as the humanitarian effort that goes into it. During my time in Kosovo, did many things. A lot of people back in the United States sent shoes, clothing, school supplies, non-perishable foods. We definitely went out to the local communities and helped them. A lot of kids over there didn't have shoes or clothes, and the environment is just like Minnesota. We gave them clothes, shoes, materials for school, and we just try to improve their way of life. And also when we're in countries, we try to improve their infrastructure, whether it be running water, electricity, putting up buildings, building roads for them. So there's a lot that gets overlooked as far as being overseas. We try and get into a country and make that country better when we leave, whether we can gain their freedom and peace for them, but we do like to set up their country to help all local communities. It's that little bit of effort that when you're over there makes you feel good about yourself. In Kosovo, we taught English classes in 3 different schools, went in, and it's quite the barrier trying to talk with them, but we were able to teach English classes, which made a person feel good that you can help them out. Same thing during Operation Iraqi Freedom, a lot of peacekeeping or patrols going on, but we also worked with the communities and their government to try and make it a peaceful, stable area. And like I said, what we try to do is make the place a better place to live when we're done, so that way we can put our footprint in the world. Serving your country overseas lets you see different parts of the world that many people don't get a chance to visit. And it just truly opens up your eyes when you come back to truly understand how great it is to live in the United States of America and what cost our freedom has. One thing coming up with all the holidays and stuff, remember the service members that are currently overseas doing operations so that we can sit here just like we are today, have this great event recognizing veterans, and with the holidays coming up, Thanksgiving, Christmas, keep them in mind. If you get a chance and there's any sort of care package drives or anything like that, service members overseas always enjoy to get a box of surprise, whether it be beef jerky or anything like that. Just makes them feel good about themselves. Once again, thank you for allowing me to come in here and speaking today. If you have questions afterwards, I'll be here. But it's a great program you guys have. Keep it up in the future. And thank a veteran and their family today, and God bless America.
Please welcome our high school choir singing Thank You Soldier.
I lay my head
We would like to thank all the groups that have come together to make today's program possible. The American Legion Color Guard, Staff Sergeant Don Ahmed, our all-star staters, participating students, band and choir members, and the directors. A special thanks to all our veterans, Gold Star families, in attendance today, and the sacrifices you have given for our country. High school students, please stay after the retiring of our Scout colors. Please rise for the retiring of our colors.